It's May 2025, so that means it's time to look at inventory, days on market, and sales price in those three coastal cities that we always check, Newport Beach, Newport Coast, and Corona del Mar, to see what the trends are telling us as we move through the second quarter.
I'm Kiwi of the coast, the agent with the most.
Helping you maximize and sell the value of your coastal home, right? Let's dive into that data. New listings, a little bit of exciting news here because after it being relatively low in two figures last month, it jumped to 114 new listings coming into the market single family. That is more than we have seen in a year. That is a top number, and those buyers should be starting to get excited about that more choice coming in the coastal cities. What about the number of sales, the actual homes that are transacting right now? Well, after a burst last month of 48, it's steadied and dropped a bit to 29. Now that's just relatively normal. That's absorption of new inventory coming. The lower homes get picked off, the best ones get picked off. So not to be too concerned, but new homes selling, ones under contract right now, it's off a little bit. Let's look at the sales. Well, 58 last month, jumping slightly to 62. That's the number of actual closings. Let's take a peek and see what it was a year ago. 53. So year over year, we've got an increase, not huge, 9 homes, not a big number for 3 big cities, but that is encouraging news. Days on market, well, 49 the prior month, now it eased slightly to 45. So basically, if your home is coming to the market on average, it's going under contract in about 45 days. That's the data for April. What was it a year ago? 47. So relatively constant in those coastal cities. So 45 days, not bad in terms of getting a home sold. Active listings, 277 last month. Well, thank God it went up a bit to 302, and that's a big number year over year, a substantial increase. Let's take a peek at last year, 258. So we've gone up at almost 50 homes on the market. That's the total inventory available for buyers to look at and purchase if they like them. Average list, well, 8.4 million last month. It lowered a wee bit to 7.8 million on average for the current month of April. That's an increase even year over year, and we've seen a little bit settling. That's a huge number for homes, single family in those 3 cities, but it's settled a little bit, and that's got to be encouraging. What it means is that those lower priced homes, they are disappearing off the market fast. Now, if 7.8 is kind of the average for average listings, well, the average sold is $1 million less than that, 6.8, and that is an increase over the prior month. It was about 6.5 million, the average sales price. So average sales price for April approaching 6.8 million. Like I just said, that's $1 million less than the asking price. So there's some bargains to be had out there if you make those offers. Real estate market, boy, is it constantly changing. Click on the video that's on your screen right now so that I can keep you up to date with days on market, sales price, inventory, and all those factors affecting you and the real estate market. We'll see you on the next one. The Room.